Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Maybe I go be a downside cheaper. Yes, I do. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Oh, baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's going up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents flying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. Yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover. Yeah. Now it's a real motherfucker. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ play. Do it all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. Let go. Gone home and face the music that don't sound too good. Listen. Love's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Now it's a real motherfucker. Oh! Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Make you wanna run cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Real motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. Too cold. Cold-blooded, cold-blooded, I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, let me stop here at this gas station. Give me 3 gallons of low lead. Cold-blooded. Better stop giving me 2 hot dogs and a strawberry soda.
All right, all right, all right. Hello, everyone. I am not going to do 2 songs at the beginning of this program. I'm just going to get on in. I am in the building. I was outside And we've been, me and the ladies, we tend to come in and do a little bit of our jogging and walking, and we're trying to get healthy and get on that exercise. We've been trying to get in shape. We're coming into our fall season. And so I said, well, I better get on in here because I have people waiting for the queen to enter into the building. You know what I say. This is the Queen's Court, ladies and gentlemen, and court is finna get now in session. Please understand that the information that you will be listening to this evening is all about the courts. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm getting ready. I've been behind the scenes of the courts for over 30 some odd years, and you getting ready to learn about what I've seen behind the scenes of the court. So now that you guys can be aware, and also if my online class students are in the building, I want them to know that this is all of the information that is on these videos will be on y'all's final exam. And your final exam will be December, the second week of December will be the time when you get certification signed by the Queen that you are officially knowledgeable of all of governmental bullshit. So, with that being said, I just want to go ahead before I get started. Yeah, y'all noticing that I'm dapping my forehead, and I got, I've been outside. We've been chopping it up around here. We're trying to stay in shape, trying to look good for the winter. But anyway, tonight's tribute goes to Johnny Guitar Watson and his daughter. I don't know if y'all know, but he has Johnny Guitar Watson has a daughter, and I want to say this: in the event that any of the Johnny Guitar Watson family is watching, I would like for you are cordially invited to come on to the platform because I would love to chop it up with you in reference to the music. I want to also make this clear before I get started because I have to do my disclosure. I have to say that all the music played on all of the videos, I have no copyright intentions. The music is played for entertainment and part of the video thing, so please be advised. Again, tonight tribute is to Johnny Guitar Watson, and I cordially invite his lovely daughter to come on and give us a little history because she also know how to get down with the get down. I would love for people to meet the family of Johnny Guitar Watson because he's a bad mama. Shut your mouth and keep on talking type of a brother. So, with that being said, I gotta also say, welcome. I want to say this goes out, because I can't do it without you. If you are a newcomer, we want to say welcome. If you are a person who is coming back, because you are addicted, as because that's what I've been told. I got a couple of subscribers that say that they are addicted to the Queen, which is a beautiful thing. So without me, there could not be a me without you. So I want to say thank you. And if you are a person who has been riding with the Queen, no matter how long you've been riding with me, whether it's been 30 some years or 2 years or 2 minutes, I want to say welcome. And I hope that you enjoyed the contents that is being brought to you on this channel and all of the channels that is under the Queen of Radio name. We are, according to us, we are called A Touch of Reality, where we tend to give everyone a true and real reality check. It's all uncut and never ever duplicated. So, with that being said, I guess we're gonna chop it up just a little bit. I always try to make my announcements. Coming up before I get into everything, coming up the first week of October, we will be moving all of this type of content. We will be moving all of this type of content over to the Queen Bee channel. Okay, starting October the 1st or the first week of October, whatever Sunday or whatever date or Thursday, whatever date that falls on, we will be moving this over. We have been promoting the Queen Bee channel on this channel to get people used to it, to get people used to what they will be seeing. So, and we have been told that, we got to put my promoters, I guess you could say, my promoters has been telling me that the contents does not match on this platform without the music. So that's the reason why I had to bring some type of music back onto this platform in order for the content to match up. So, but starting October, the first week of October, these types of videos and this type of contents about the queen bees will be moved over to the queen bee channel. Okay, so I don't want y'all to look up and say, "Oh, where did she go?" It's not that we disappeared. It's just that we had to move it over. You feel me? Okay, now I see everybody. I want to give everybody a chance to come on in. Come on in. And before I also get started, please go ahead. I need to have you to put them likes buttons up. If you are, I see that there are a lot of people more than enough. See, I want to explain to you about the numbers. The numbers that you see for the YouTube, that is not the same number of everybody coming in from other different channels. That will be added up and tallied up at the end of the program. So don't worry about how many people that you see on your screen or my screen, because there are other channels that comes in that the numbers will not tally up until after the program is over with. So with that being said, I need for everybody, because y'all know how I do. I'm a jewel dropper. You know what? Maybe I need to put that in my title. I need to start putting that I am a jewel dropper. You are coming to this channel to be very well informed about what you need to be informed about. I have made videos in reference to you being informed about how to deal with the police departments. I have made videos on how to deal with all aspects pretty much of poor corrupted government. And people are now starting to wake up, and I want you guys to go ahead and take the liberty of sharing. I need for everybody to share, like, and subscribe to these videos. If you want the content to be kept in rotation with YouTube, this is all on you. See, after I've done the work, it's up to you guys to go out there and feed the people and help me to educate my listeners, or bring in people of your choice, to let them know that we as a melanated people, we need to be educated. We need to be educated on everything that goes on behind the scenes. So when you have to step into that arena, anytime you have to step into that arena with those people, you'll understand what it is that you're looking for. You'll understand. You'll be seeing it from a new eyesight. You're now going to be educated, and just like I educate all of my people, we got some people that has a class with me, and they know that I don't shortchange them on anything. If a skunk comes in the room, then I'm gonna tell you something stinks. We're not gonna sit up there and pour perfume on that skunk and have a sweet smelling stinky room. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna shed what it is that's in the room. Please understand that. Now, if you are not, if this is not your cup of tea, then you are in the wrong place, because I'm all about it. I'm, like they say, bout it. Well, I'm all about it, bout it. If that's the new language or the new terms that the new people want to use, this is what I do. And if this is not what is for you, then the exits are clearly marked. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to sit up here. I'm not going to play no games. I'm not going to beg anybody to be here. You have to be here by your own choice and your own free will. Just know that, okay? Now, but as you're coming, I just want everybody to know that I love y'all. I love to see you. I love to vibe with you. And if you are not afraid, people see somehow I got a reputation for being blunt. I also got a reputation for being nosy as hell. But either way it go, you guys are welcome to come into the chat room. Sometimes my chat room is just off the floor. And then sometimes the chat room is just empty, where people just want to sit back and just watch. So it's all, it's all done in love. But either way it go, I'm happy and can be content either way that ball bounces. You understand? Let me get on, as Johnny Guitar Watson will say, let me get on with the right on. You feel me? Um, so right now, I need for everybody, y'all know that I am a jewel dropper. What I need for everybody to do, I need for everybody to get comfortable. I need for you to go get your drink, whatever turns you on, whatever floats your boat. Get your drink, get your pen and paper because class and court is now in session. You are in the Queen of Radio court, and we're gonna break it down to the last common denominator tonight. And I don't want anybody to miss a beat, so I want you to get ready. And get ready to do what I can. I want to y'all to get ready to get to receive it because I'm getting ready to do it to you in your ear hole. Yes, I am. All night. Well, maybe not all night, but at least for the next hour or two. Okay. Um, to put that on, to put, I'm gonna educate you and put something on your mind. Because this is just how we do. I want everybody to know. I don't want you to miss a thing because this is educational that's gonna be dropped to you tonight. I want everybody to understand the definition of the Queen of Radio. First and foremost, the Queen of Radio means, and I've been holding this title down for the past 30 some years. The Queen of Radio, for the ones who don't know, the Queen of Radio means that I am the Queen of Communication, which means that a radio is nothing but a transmissional device that brings you the word and for you to be informed. Well, guess what, folks? I've lived up to that. I've lived up for it for 30 plus years. So now it looks like to me, maybe I need to be called the judge. All right. So anyway, and matter of fact, some of y'all been calling me the judge. Maybe I should have been taking over the courts, but we'll get to that in a little bit as well. Okay. And I thank you for those compliments. Okay. Now we're gonna get it in because tonight I want like I said, you need to get your paper and your pen. We're gonna start off. I'm also going to be giving y'all dropping a lot of codes. I'm going to give y'all a lot of governmental codes that y'all need to be aware of. Yes, there are a lot of them, but we can't do all of them in one night. The only codes that I'm going to give you this evening is going to be pertaining to how the court systems in the inside of their courts, how they work and how they operate behind the scenes. Because it's not a courtroom that I have not been in to help to solve a case. That is, I've been in courtrooms to help solve cases behind the scenes. And guess what? These fools, these fools in this courtroom they have given me a grand tour. Yes, they have. Every courtroom that I have been in, or I would say courtroom and court building, they always invite me. Don't ask me why. Maybe because I'm nosy as hell. But they always ask me to come behind the scenes to see what it is from their perspective. I have been in a judge's chamber. I have been on the back scenes of the courtroom, and I have also sat many times behind the defense line on helping other people to make sure that they understand what it is they need to be watching for when you go into the inside of a courtroom. Now, let's start off with talking about the chamber. The chamber is actually set up like a court, like I would like to say a court library. What you will find in a judge's chamber is like a library shelf. It's a library shelf, and if you look behind, okay, when you go into a courtroom, if you look directly in front where the judge is sitting up on a bench, okay, behind that bench is a mysterious thing called a mirror. It's a hidden mirror. It looks like it's a wooden wall, but it's actually a mirror. It's called a dual. If you've ever heard of when a person is brought into a jail or down to the police station, they have what they call an interrogation room. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard of what this is. Well, they also have that same type of mysterious glass in a courtroom. Then it actually sits behind the actual judge. If y'all ever go in a courtroom, you will actually be looking into a double mirror. Even though it looks like it's a wooden wall, it's actually a double. It's a interrogation mirror. That's what it's called. Well, the court systems is also set up like an interrogation thing. They also have what they call stage mics. Stage mics is these wires that floats around in the top of the ceiling in order to pick up what everybody's conversation is saying, whether you are part of the conversation of the court or not. It's called it's a name that it's called, and it can't come to my memory or my thought right now, but it'll come to me. There is what they call microphone court. They call them court microphones. The microphones, one is stationed directly over the head of the judge that is sitting there or presiding, and then you have what they call 7 points of speech. That's what it's called. It's called 7 points of speech. 7 points of speech means that they have a microphone for the plaintiff side and the defendant side. They have that square point, and then they have that circle of microphones that sits directly at the pews, where okay, when you come in and they ask you to take the stand, they have a microphone that is underneath the microphone that you speak into. So it's called a dual microphone when you go up on that, what I call the platform. There's also a couple of sets of microphones that takes the conversation of the jury. The jury has what they call what they call platform microphones that sits over there on that side. Now, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get y'all to realize is behind that screen, that interrogation screen, it's almost like it's like a hidden in the wall type booth. It's a hidden type of wall in the booth where you got certain people that is assigned to certain microphones. And at the end of the day, they take all of that microphone and recordings. Either they're giving it to what they call the transcriber. You have to have a transcriber in court. The transcriber in court is the one who takes all of the voice recordings. Now, you also have another crew that is watching you. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, what people don't know is they do not have your consent to record your voice or your visual. They don't have consent unless you sign documentation to do so. Otherwise, you can hold them in contempt of their own court. Yes, you can. And there are forms that you fill out to have that done. Now, the cameras. I want to talk about the cameras just a little bit. There are what we call 5 and 6 gauge. That's what it's called. It's called a 5 and 6 gauge camera. They are planted in the ceiling of the courtroom. It makes you look like you're looking at a water sprinkler, but it's not a water sprinkler, because the person in that control booth that sits behind that judge, they are there and hired to bring down that camera for it to turn into a gauge, what they call a 5 to 6 gauge camera. A 5 to 6 gauge camera only means that they are picking up your photo from 5 or 6 different angles. Yeah. They can also use that against you. But if they do try to use it against you, then you can have them in contempt of their own courtroom. Because what did I tell y'all before? I told you taxpayers pay for all of that. And as a member coming in looking, you have a right to ask for this information from that particular court. You see, they don't want you to know all of this, which is the reason why the Queen of Radio has been banned. I have been banned from every courtroom in the United States of America. Yes, I have. I think I'm the most banned person in the world. And my thing is, if you don't call me into your courtroom, then I can't have a reason to bust your ass. Because every time I come into a courtroom, my duty, I feel as a duty as a human being, because I'm not going to say that I'm a citizen. citizen, the way that they use the word citizen is totally different from the meaning of the word citizen. So I'm not going to ever claim to be a citizen. What I am going to claim to be is a spiritual being of the Most High. That's what I'm going to claim. I'm not going to ever claim to be a citizen or a civilian or whatever that they have, where they have the audacity to use that word against you. Now, getting back to the cameras, it's called a 5 or 6 gauge camera, and it's look like they are water sprinklers. Now, with that, they pulls it down. If there is somebody who they are trying to figure out, as they say, or try to make a mysterious file, they will bring those what they call sprinklers down, and then they will turn it 5 to 6 different ways to get you from 5 to 6 different angles. That camera is so technology is so well in advance. They can even turn. You can either turn sideways, and they could even get your dental work from one side of your face. They could tell you what type of cavities you got in your mouth, what type of cavities or what type of dental work you needed when you came into that courtroom that particular day. This is what you didn't know, right? So all of these things in that compartment and that booth sits directly behind that judge that's sitting up on that bench. Just for anybody. So if you ever go into a courtroom, you need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to, and then they have what they call the locked specialty door. There is a locked specialty door where they bring what we like to say the inmates through. The inmates that come, that is has been traveling through the what they call the Department of Correction. And y'all are gonna be off your chain when I tell you about that. But the thing is, they bring these prisoners through a basement, what they call a basement gate hideaway. Yeah, it's called a gate. It's a gated hideaway. It's like they pull up into the back garage, and then they drive down into this hole, and then they make the prisoners or the inmates, they make them walk through this tunnel. It's called the courtroom gates. You go through the courtroom gates. You come up on what they call the specialty. It's called the specialty elevator. It's not one of the general public elevator. This is a privately held elevator that is tied directly on the side of the judge's chamber, where they come up, and then they identify you through either your fingerprint or your footprint. Some courts will identify these people coming into these courts through footprint, where you have to not only show the depths of your fingertips, but they make you take off your socks and shoes, where you get the toe print. Each foot has a unique design off of its footprint for it to be registered into what they call the finger. It's called the fingerprint registry. Okay. All right. See, y'all. A lot of y'all didn't know this, but see, this is going to be pertinent to anybody that has to deal with the court system. Now, let's talk about. Let's give you some information. People have asked me the question about the United States Marshal. Let me make this clear. Back in the day, and maybe they have changed this, but back in the day, the United States Marshal was the only person or only set of organization that was responsible for taking judges, prosecutors, bailiffs, and police officers to jail. Mhm. They did not. Oh, excuse me. They did not ever come into a community to talk about arresting regular, what they call civilians or regular citizens. That's not their job. And if you know of anybody that has ever been arrested by the United States Marshal, you can. Oh, excuse me. I'm dropping my head tissue. If you are ever collected by the United States Marshal, they are out of their jurisdiction, and you can press charges against them directly for being out of their jurisdiction, because their job is not to bring you into nobody's custody unless you are a bona fide registered judge, prosecutor, or somebody that works in the court. These people now. Here comes some more jewels, because I'm getting ready to drop these jewels little by little by little. So you better hold on to this ride, because this ride is going to be where it's going to be. If you're not already seated and waiting for this information, you need to get, as they say, get your behind in gear. Now, as I was saying, they will their job is not to put their hands on any regular human being. That's not their job. And if you are ever arrested by a United States Marshal, then you can charge them big time under what we call a counterclaim. And I'm not going to get all into the counter. I'm not going to explain how the counterclaim cases, that type of thing works. We will get onto that on our next video. Okay, I don't want to spend a whole, because I have to break it down. I have to put it, I have to make sense. But so let's stay on point. The job of the United States Marshal is basically to bring in custody of that judge. Now, how do you get that to be done, Linda? I'm glad you asked. This is how you get to put a judge in jail. There is what they call depending on the state, because every state is different, and every state has either less paperwork or more paperwork. First, you have to file what they call a complaint. Okay, it's called a complaint against a judge. It doesn't matter whether the judge is sitting on the bench for federal or local or whatever. There's a form that you put together, that an attorney can put together if you ask that attorney nicely, because a lot of attorneys don't want to really touch. They really don't want to touch putting paperwork together to go against a judge. Because, and the reason why they don't want to do it is because it's an oath. It's part of their oath, and it makes them really, really nervous. So this is the reason why they don't want to tell you that they don't want to do it for you. They know how to do it, but they're not going to tell you that they're going to do it. Now, there is some paperwork. There's a paperwork that needs to be filed, and I'm going to tell you where you file it at. You have to send this specialty paperwork if you are interested in getting a judge terminated or put in jail. You have to put these 5 to 7 steps together, and then you have to put it under a sworn affidavit, and then you have to mail it to all of the branches within that county. When I say branches, I'm talking about whatever governmental office is located in that county, or within that city, or within that state. You have to make sure that each one of them gets a copy of you getting ready to press charges against that judge. Now, here's how this is going to go down. Let's say, for instance, and we're just going to say hypothetically, we're not going to say about any particular case, but let's say, for instance, you wanted to put attorney Barbara, not attorney, I'm sorry, Judge Barbara in jail. This is what you would do. In order to start the procedure, you would get that form, you fill out that form, and the first step is that you would fill it out, you would state the reason of misconduct, and you would also challenge her license, his or her license. You would first get that to the bar association of whatever state that judge is in. Then you would serve a certified copy onto the United States Marshal. The United States Marshal usually is supposed to send you back a letter of confirmation to say that it's in the process of putting that judge in jail. Now, it's something that's called a people's bench warrant. See, a bench warrant, let me give you the definition, because it's 2 types of bench warrants. Okay, and I'm gonna break that down as we go along. A bench warrant is nothing but a lie that was created by that particular judge. Okay, looking for somebody to arrest on some bullshit charges. Okay, that's what that is. Now, you have what they call a people's warrant. It's almost like what they call making a citizen's arrest. That's basically what it's called behind the scenes of it. It's called making a citizen's arrest on a judge, but you have to make sure that it's filed with the United States Marshal. Now, see, the United States Marshal is going to tell a lie. Some of them have. Yeah, the reason why some of them will tell a lie is because they may be best friends with the judge that you are getting ready to prosecute. Now, after they get that confirmation of receipt, it's called a confirmation of receipt. The next time you are scheduled to go to the court, you want to make sure that you are going to that court with one member of the FBI team, and you want to make sure that you have several members of that United States Marshal. Now, that United States Marshal is going to say, when you get into that courtroom, you're going to make your announcement for the record. You want to make sure that it's on the record. You're going to say, excuse me, but I feel threatened. I feel like this judge so-and-so has threatened my life. So now I need for the United States Marshals to take your ass into custody as we speak. Now, when they do that, you need to have somebody there to be a witness to. The way that you'll say that, yes, so-and-so was brought into custody. See, these are the things that they don't want you to know. But you're going to learn them tonight because you need to know. See, our people need to wake up. Our people need to wake up because you have options today. We are no longer going for the bullshit. You are going to know what your rights and what you have a right to do. If you are gung ho, and the same process goes for whether you want to put a bailiff away, whether you want to put a court officer away, whether you want to put the sheriff away. Anybody that works under a governmental umbrella is supposed to be collected by the United States Marshal. Don't ever get it twisted. If you are approached by a United States Marshal in a police car, you better start asking some real questions. You better have paper and pen. You better have paper and pen as to what the hell is he or she doing there when they are out of their jurisdiction for collecting what they call regular civilians or regular citizens. They cannot do that. So, with that being in mind, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this broadcast. Woo, child, I need to get in a minute. I got my bottled water, but let me slow it down. Let me slow it down because I see people are just not coming in, and I want y'all to get comfortable. If you have missed anything of the first part of this, you got to go back over it for your own self. I'm not going to repeat anything that I've already covered. So with that, thank you for coming in. But it is what it is. Okay. Another thing, this is what really gets to me. How they can sit up on their ass and say that they are honorable. Ain't shit honorable about a judge. Let me say that, and let me say, wait a minute, let me get close, and let me say this again. There is shit that is honorable about a judge. So you need to stop addressing. See, the honorable in their court is honorable amongst thieves, crooks, and criminals. Yeah. Let me say that again because I don't think you heard me. I said that in a court of their rules and regulation, it is they are crooks and corrupted. Okay, they're crook and corrupted, and they don't want you to know. Now, here's a code. Here's another code that I want y'all to write down. The code that you need to be aware of when you go in there is called an affidavit of copy. That's called an AOC. I'm going to repeat it for the ones that is writing it down, and I'm going to repeat it for my students that is part of my paid class. Yes, I have students that is part of my paid classes that were told that this is going to be on their final exam for them to graduate at the end of this year. It's called an affidavit of copy. Affidavit of copy is actually where you are required, before you go into any courtroom, you need to know about that judge's criminal record. So you can stop having them to do what I call a bait and switch. How many times, I want y'all to think, and this is in your own situation, I want y'all to think about this. How many times have you went into a courtroom and you never had the same judge that you started with the case? Think about it. This is where they are doing a bait and switch on your ass. If you've ever gone into a courtroom and they didn't switched up the judge and say, oh well, Judge so and so has been taken off of this case, and Judge so and so is getting ready to preside. No, 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 no. They getting ready to run a game on your ass. Okay, this is how. And see, if you don't know what to say or what to ask for, then your ass is going down the river. You going down the river in gasoline draws and no fire extinguisher. So, with that being said, you have to stop this shit. And the way you stop this shit is you ask for their, excuse me, before y'all do y'all baiting and switching with this judge shit, I'm going to need a copy of an AOC. AOC is a copy of your oath that you've taken. I need to know about your AOC. And another thing I need to know is where's that X file? Because every single judge that sits up high and look down low has an X file. They have that X file. What did I tell you about that blackmailing? They have an X file with them red lashes on that envelope. Yeah, it's the X file. Yeah, they made a TV show about it, but behind the real thing of that, that's some real shit. Yes, it is. See, my thing is, if you don't want me to bust your ass, then don't invite me into your courthouse. Because as soon as I come in to your courthouse, I'm going to be asking a whole lot of goddamn questions, and I'm not going to be fucking around. Okay? They're going to think that I'm part of the NFAC, but I'm not. This going to be on a whole nother, you dig. Because, see, I know what to ask for. I know what to ask for, and I know who to go to and ask for it. I'm saying, no, you're not going to proceed. Come on, somebody. I know somebody feeling me right now. You're not going to proceed in a courtroom that I paid taxes for. Uh-oh. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Did I just say I paid taxes? You called me into this room for me to stand before you when I am the one who is the employer. Now, if you don't give me, hello, somebody. I know somebody, come on, I'm going to get ready to preach a little bit. Come on. If you feel what I'm saying, you better give me a B1. You better give me a B1 on the page and give me a B1 if you're sitting in that chat room. Because I'm finna drive it in, baby. I'm finna drive it in. You better hold on. I said, let me tell you this. If you getting ready to switch up judges, you getting ready to do a bait and switch, which means that, you know what I need from you? I need that AOC. I need a copy of your record. I need all of that because you cannot proceed in your so-called court of bullshit law. You can't proceed in the court of bullshit law under my tax dollars that I'm paying for your ass to be sitting in that damn chair. Okay, so and if you don't, this is gonna get you real good, y'all. Y'all gonna feel me on this, baby. If they don't give it to you, come on, somebody. If you don't get that paperwork that is documented of asking for that AOC and their criminal record, they are in contempt. Oh, they are in contempt of their own court, and you can press charges against their ass. Hello, somebody. Let me wait a minute. Wait. I've been sweating. I've been bringing it, y'all. I've been bringing it. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to educate you. If they don't give you the information that they are required at your written request, you don't have to do this with an attorney. You can do this all on your own. Okay? You can say, look, if you don't give me that information, then I'm going to hold your ass in contempt and I'm going to set the rules on how much time your ass is going to serve in jail. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. I am. Hold it up. I am Linda Evans, the Queen of Radio, the Honorable I earned that title. I earned it. And I didn't just earn it today. I've earned it for over 30 some years. See, my track record has spoken for itself. My track record has been spoken for the queen bees. Okay? Now, I can get a judge to be in contempt of the court that I'm paying for or that you're paying for. See, this is the reason. Don't ask me. Don't waste my goddamn time. I tell them all the time. And then that's when they put it on record, y'all. They put it on record. Oh, we don't want this bitch. We don't want this bitch back in our courtroom no more. Don't bring that bitch back in this courtroom. That bitch is trouble. She gonna fuck with our money. She's messing up the courts. She's messing up the church's money. You damn right. I said, waste my time if you want to. Waste my motherfucking time if you want to. Because, see, I'm going to make it beneficial for me. I'm not going to make it beneficial for you. And see, what's going to happen is, ain't nobody going to get paid up in this motherfucker. Ain't nobody going to get paid for them turning on that goddamn lights. There ain't nobody going to get paid if Linda Evans have to come to your fucking courtroom on your bullshit. No. Don't bring, if like the movie says, if you don't want no, don't bring none. Don't start none, won't be none. Can I get close? Can I get close? You don't start none, it won't be none. Ask them, do they really want Linda Evans to show up? Ask them. I'm the bitch that nobody wants to fuck with. And I'm not gonna blink. And I'll be like, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker and his mama. I wish a motherfucker would. And if you don't like me cussing, then the exits are clearly marked. Because I'm not going to satisfy you. When I do my teachings my way. I'm not a religious fanatic. I can't tell you about how Jesus crossed the water or how Noah built a boat. But I can tell you and educate you about that courthouse bullshit. That's the very reason why I don't go to nobody's courtroom. Don't get me caught up in your bullshit. Don't put my name on no bullshit. Because if you put my name on some bullshit, then I'm coming after every goddamn body in the room. Everybody in that room is finna be fired. Do you hear me? I'm firing the judge. I'm firing the bailiff. The bailiff's gonna need some extra money to get his own ass out of jail if you fuck with me. Okay? I'm firing the people who's the janitor up in that camp. The janitor got to go to jail because I feel like you aiding and abetting. Now, also, who goes to jail? Asking me to come to a court. Ask me to come to a court. Another set of people that's going to jail is the jury. Guess what? Juries can be paid undercover. If y'all know that I did a show about blackmailers, you better go back and understand how that works. Don't you know prosecutors and defense attorneys, they meet in private with jury members to give them that what? Give them that envelope. How much are you being paid to sit your monkey ass here and make up these damn lies? They can be held in contempt. The charges that you can bring against a jury is called aiding and abetting, accepting bribery, and perjury. And if you look at it, they looking at least 15 to 20 years just for them 3 charges alone. Don't fuck with me. I'm not the one to be fucked with. Now, I have educated my black people for the past 30 years. And it seems to me that I got to continue to educate my people because my people don't understand. You don't want a Linda Evans to represent you if you think that I'm going to go for the okie dokie and the bullshit. Don't call me. And don't call me. See, I've had people. Let me tell you about people. Let me tell you about our people. Our people, they'll say, "Oh, Linda, I need your help. I need you to do this. I need you to do that." Okay, well, what's the situation? I give what I call a case evaluation. Every person before the queen bees. Let me say this: before the queen bees take any case, we do what we call a case evaluation. Case evaluation means that you bring in every single piece of documentation for us to know where the shit went wrong at. We don't want your opinion. I don't need your opinion. Don't ask. I'm not looking for your opinion. I don't care what you think the judge should have did or what the person should have done or what the whoever should have done. What I want to see is the documentation. When you come to me or the queen bees, you better have your shit in order. Don't come talking about, oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if so and so was sitting there. I don't know what transpired, but I just know that he ain't right. Now you all up in your damn feelings. I don't give a damn about your feelings. Okay? Because feelings don't solve cases. Feelings, let me say, ooh, can I come close? I said, feelings do not solve or win cases. So don't bring it to me. Can I get a B1? Can I get a B1? And I'm talking about the BEE one. You can be the black one if you want to, but I'm talking about a BEE one. Don't waste our time. Okay? Because like I said, I've been banned from every single courthouse in the United States of America. In order for me to go into a courtroom, I may have to go overseas because I'm not banned there. You see, when I go to a courtroom, I'm shutting all the shit down. Everybody got to go. Be like, who did you call? Wait a minute. You better say, wait a minute. Who did you say you called? When they hear my name, oh, you called Linda Evans. Oh, hell no. What? We may have some people to jump over a bridge. They be like, oh, no, not her. You could have brought, man, I'd rather get a root canal and have twin babies than to deal with that woman. Did I make you feel uncomfortable? Can I get close? Huh. Now, as I was saying, I need to stay on point. Don't let me get, y'all know I can get down with the get down. You know, I tend to go overboard just a little bit. So, let me make sure that I got all of the highlighted points so far before I move on to talking about something else, because I want y'all to learn some governmental codes this evening. I want y'all to learn, and you're probably going to need to write. Y'all better be continuously writing this stuff down. And before I get into writing anything more down, it's extremely hot in here. Jesus Christ. Or either it's just me coming from outside, but I got my water. Oh, before I get into some more jewel dropping, I want to say thank you. I gotta continue to say thank you to each and every one of y'all. And I need to see them thumbs go up. Please, please. If you want this type of video to be in rotation with YouTube, you got to give the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be able to click like and share the video, because it'll go into the contents as to where it's supposed to go. I want you guys to not only share this video, take a copy of the link to this video and share it with your personal friends or family or whoever is dealing with a court situation. If you want the Queen Bees to evaluate your case, it doesn't matter what state you're in. If you want us to evaluate your case, I will send you a private address to where you can mail your documentation in for, and tell me who is the person that is in trouble. And please do not forget to add a phone number, because we can't help you if we don't have a way to communicate with you. We don't want a letter of you giving us your opinion. I don't need your opinion. We deal with logic. The queen bees deal with logic, and that's just how we flow. Now, before I get back into the dropping these jewels, because I see that y'all got jewels and crowns and the fire emojis in the chat room, and I want to say thank you. I got to let y'all know that what's going on with us promoting. We are now promoting the shower gel. Yes, yes. We have been sending out. If you don't have an email address, you need to send me your email address so you can be put on the list so you can get all of the promotional items. You're going to get a promotional items about, we are raising $10 million. We're trying to raise $10 million for each one of you guys to have an office. We want you guys to have a queen bee office in your state. Okay. We don't just want it to be in one place. We want to set up an office and show your leaders of your community how to run the office. Okay, so that's what the money is being raised for. We are now promoting the shower gels, and I'm going to give y'all a description, give you the description of the shower gel, and then I'm going to get back to the jewel dropping. Okay, if y'all could just hold tight on me. Okay, we have a shower gel for the women. We're going to start off with the women. The first shower gel is called the Lilac Bloom. It's called the Lilac Bloom. It comes from lilac, gardenia, and plum bees. Okay? But if you want a copy of this list, I will gladly, if you send me an email, I will shoot you this list so you'll have it again. The second type of fragrance that we got is called the Blossom Bee Spice. It is the fragrance of a harvest spice mixed with cherry blossom bees. Number 3, the B1 Radiant is called. It's called the B1 Radiance. It's a combination of smelling of peach, amber, and jasmine. It comes from the peach, amber, and jasmine bees, if I'm saying that correctly. Number 4, the B1 of ginger. B1 ginger is a blend of the white ginger and green tea bees. Now, the next section. Oh, don't get it twisted. We got something for everybody. The next shower gel, and I want you guys to try the shower gel before you order the perfume. I want you to get used to the fragrance on whether you like that fragrance enough to turn it into a perfume. We do have the perfumes. Everybody asked me about the perfumes. I would prefer y'all to focus on the shower gel so you'll know what the scent is like and the texture of the honey gel. We have a unisex gel that's for both men and women. The first one is called Summer Hawaiian Bee. It comes from Hawaiian bees, Hawaiian fruit bees, with a sandal honeycomb bee shell smell. The second under the unisex, it's called Honey Crystal Bee. It's a combination of honey, vanilla, and warm sugar. That's the name of that bee. It's called the Honey Crystal Bee if you want that fragrance. The third one is called the Orange Suckle Bee. That is called the orange. It's a combination of orange medley with lang lang. Oh shit! Now let me wait a minute. Before I move on to the men, I gotta say this about that lang lang. That lang lang, ladies. Let me holler at you for a minute. Wait a minute. Let me come close. That fragrance with that lang lang will get you that swang from that dang dang. Y'all better holler when you feel me. That's what I'm talking about. See, they have found a fragrance off of the bees that's some serious shit. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Now I'm not stopping nobody from ordering anything, but that lang lang is the swang for the dang dang. Now you put that together, okay? Y'all put that together and y'all make it do what it do. All right. Okay, and the last one before I get back into the groove here is for the men. We got something for the men. Oh yeah, baby. We got something for our men. We love our men. Oh God, we love our men. The first gel that can also be turned into a cologne. We have it in the cologne formation as well. It's called Black Sophistication. Now, Black Sophistication is a combination of light musk with nartica. Oh shit! Now we found out that nartica. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna get back to the groove. But that Nartica make it say whoop whoop, get some more. That's all I'm saying. See, when you got that Nartica, and see that Nartica is something that has been saturated from the bees, that is put on a man's body, and you say, "Ooh la la, sasson," make you speak French when you don't know, when you don't even know how to say French fry. Oh Lord, that Nartica, God, I mean, make you cuss on purpose, make you have a flashlight in broad daylight. They mixed up that Nartica. They mixed up that Nartica very nicely for our men, and we done the test run for that Nartica. That Nartica ain't nothing to play with. Do not order men's product if you gonna play around with it. Don't. I value. So the first shower gel for the men is called Black Sophistication. It's designed for the man who wears suits every day. We have our businessmen. The men that they have to get their nails done. They're not the type of brothers that go out into the field. They're not the field brothers. They are the more of the sophistication who do that. Them formal dinner wears. The cute the pretty boys. That's what we call them. So we designed a fragrance for our uppity men. Okay. The next one on the list is called the Suckle Gray. Suckle Gray is a combination of Boss Night with cool water and that Nartica again. That Nartica is a son of a shut your mouth and keep on talking. The Subtle Gray is more of a men's fragrance that is basically for the older type guy. The old type, the man that don't really want to say too much, but he's that laid back type of a brother that he don't do too much talking. He just, he all about that silence. He's not that in the mix. So we designed that for him. Number 3 is called Cold Black, not cold, cold black. It's a combination of sage citrus, Egyptian sandalwood, and Nartica. We had to put Nartica in there. The fourth one is called Black Fist of Power, which is a little bit strong. It's part 2 of the Cold Black. So we kind of like put it to another dimension. Number 5, because I want to get on with this. It's called Black Sports. Black Sports is a combination of the fragrance of Unforgettable, Musk, and Nartica. We had to decide that when we were getting ready to design these fragrances, we wanted to make sure that Nartica, since Nartica is the natural man scent and essence of his natural body odor, is brought to a surface by these types of fragrances. We decided that we wanted to put that together. And the last one, yes, the last one, and then I'm gonna get back to the thing. We have a men's soap, a bar soap. It's called it's really just a men's bar soap. It's mixture of Unforgettable with Nartica. That Nartica is a son of a gun. So that's just to give you guys a little hint about what to expect. I want you guys to focus on the shower gels first. I know some of y'all have asked me about the colognes and the perfumes, but before you try the perfumes, I want you to get used to the shower gels of that fragrance. And then if you like that, then go ahead and I'm not going to discourage you from getting the perfumes. But that's what if we don't have your email address and you would like a copy of all of the fragrances that I have mentioned this evening, then please email me and I will get that directly out to you and you can start placing your orders. Okay. But I had to bring that up. I had to promote that this evening because everybody is getting down with the get down. They want to see the pajamas. The pajamas is on its way, y'all. The pajamas is still in the making, and the t-shirts is still in the making. But right now we are promoting. We will send you an order form if you are interested in getting the shower gels right now. It comes in an 8-ounce bottle. The cost is $25 per bottle. And the shipping and handling, depending on what side of the spectrum you live on, it could be the shipping and handling is anywhere between $10 to $10 to $15, depending on where you're living. And it's shipped within 5 to 7 days. Okay. So I got that out. Are y'all ready for some more lesson? That was the promotional items. Are y'all ready for some more lesson? If y'all are ready for some more lessons, I need to see a B1. I need to see that B1. I need to see a B1 in the building. So we can get it in, get it on, and get it over with. I'm having so much fun with y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Okay, y'all are getting ready to do some more writing. I'm getting ready to do some more teaching. Okay? These are what I'm about to give you is some more codes. All right. This is what you didn't know that has been kept out of the general population and the public. Ooh, wait. Okay, I see y'all. Come on in. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay. If you are not afraid, then please join us in the chat room. We will get to the chat room in just a bit. All right. I know that my lovely people is in the chat room. They love me and I love them. But I still got some more talking and speaking to do. I will acknowledge them in just a bit. Okay. Now, we got to I want y'all to write DOC. It's time for y'all to know that now some of y'all have said, you said, "Oh, well, Queen, DOC stands for the Department of Correction." That is also correct. That is the public. That is the public way of DOC. But for a courtroom, DOC has two different meanings. Matter of fact, it has not only two different meanings, but I'm gonna give you the breakdown of it. Okay. DOC, yes, it does mean for Department of Correction, but also DOC also means date of court. Okay, let me say it again because I think that went over somebody's head. For the ones that it went over your head, let me say this again. DOC, yes, you are absolutely correct that it stands for Department of Correction, but DOC also stands for date of court. Yes, it stands for date of court. Now, put DOC, and I want you to put DOC on your paper 3 times, 3 additional times, because I'm going to give you the codes that you need to be aware of. DOC. Wait a minute. Let me go back up here. Let me go back for the DOC list because there was a lot of list up here. Okay, I need for you guys to put DOC-A, DOC-A, DOC-R, the letter R like in Roy or Ray. And then I want you to put DOC-8, H. That not 8, not the number 8, but the letter H like in Henry. Okay? I want y'all to put down DOC. I want you to put an A. I want you to put an R. And I want you to put an H. And I'm gonna go over each one of these. I'm gonna go over it slowly. I got to say this slowly because we have a lot of people that's coming from all over the world and all over from the different platforms. And they say sometimes I go a little fast. So and that's my habit. I have a habit of doing that. Even when I'm in class with my students, I tend to go fast and they have to slow me down. They say, "Okay, we got you, girl, but we need for you to slow down so we can get this information." Okay, no problem. I don't get upset. I don't get upset when people ask me to slow down because I know that sometimes I get lost in a train of thought and I'll say things a little bit too fast. So it's okay if you want to slow the queen down. All right, it's all right. I'm not offended. I'm not offended. DOC-A. DOC-A means date of court for an arrest. That means that they have in plans on bringing, when you wind up going to court on a particular day, they had already premeditated on bringing you into an arrest. And you would have to look at the files anywhere between 10 to 20 days before that court date. You will already know that it's called a DOC/A. Okay? It's called a DOC/A. That's called date of court for an arrest. They will tell you who is scheduled to pick you up, who's going to be in the courtroom before you get there in order for you to be placed under arrest, or that person to be placed under arrest. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the behind the scenes of Mr. J. We're not going to do him today. We'll do him another day. I'll give y'all the breakdown of that on another video. But for now, I want to talk about the experience and what I've personally seen behind the scenes. Okay. Now the DOCR. Okay, DOCR means date of court for a release. That means that whoever has been in custody with that court will be released on that particular day. Okay, I want y'all to follow me. I don't want anybody to get lost in the transition here. The DOC/R means that that's going to be the date of release. Now, the last DOC is called DOC/H, like in Henry. Now, what that means is, that means that your paperwork, they can't decide. That court has been talking about you or your loved one or whoever's been in the court. They've been talking about you behind your back. And they've been making, that tells you, if you see this code, that tells you that they've been talking about behind your back without you being present to know what they are up to by the time they get to the courtroom. Now, that DOC/H, that means that they are putting your situation on hold, meaning that it's going to go into what they have already gotten with the prosecutors. They have already gotten with the what they call it, line of defense. They've already gotten together and talked about putting your case on what they call a continuance. A continuance has to go in about 10 days, hopefully, depending on what state you're in, because all states are different. Depending on what state you're in, they're going to put it on what they call a continuance. And usually a reason of a continuance is because something is missing. Something is missing from the file, something is missing from the case, or they're trying to get a payoff. Somebody's trying to get that blackmail payoff. Usually 9 times out of 10 is basically a payoff, and they use that lie or an excuse. They use that lie or an excuse that it's going to be because we're trying to get evidence, or they're trying to buy some time on proceeding. But that DOC/H means that the case is on hold and they don't know what they're going to do with you right away. So that's what that means. You need to look for that on your paperwork or on your loved one's paperwork, and that will tell you they talk in codes. So if you're going to be dealing with these courts, you're going to need to know what to look for in your paperwork. Okay. So I hope that helps. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I really do. Also DOJ. DOJ is supposed to stand. This is another code, y'all. The code DOJ. DOJ stands is what on the public side. There's a public side and there's a private side. On the public side, that means Department of Justice, right? On the private side, that means that is a file that they are holding in reference to the criminal who works for the courts. Oh, let me get a little bit closer. Did y'all hear me? Did you hear me? I said DOJ is for not just for the Department of Justice. It's for the private side of the criminal files of the judges, the prosecutors, the bailiffs, and anybody who works as an attorney or the whatever opposing side. They all got criminal records that is in what they call the DOJ filing system. It's kept there because if you don't ask for it, then it's going to keep what they call that X file. You feel me? Okay. So that is a major, major important jewel. See, anytime before you decide that you want to go into a trial or go into a courtroom to be presented, and I'm going to tell you something else. You, as a human being, I want to give y'all a little bit of history. This is another jewel. I can't help it. Oh my goodness, I'm just dropping jewels this evening. Man, the way my mind works. Okay. What did they have? I want y'all to ask yourselves this question. What did the courts have before there were courts? No, that's a stickler of a question now, isn't it? What did the courts have before there were ever a thing called the courts? And I'm going to tell you what that's called. It's called an MA. The MA is called mediation/arbitration. Mediation arbitration was the courts that was designed by the people, not government. This is what they were doing before the court system had came into an existence. And this was before, now keep in mind, I want y'all to know this. Mediation/arbitration. Mediation is when the meetings of the minds come together to discuss the depths of the case. And arbitration is to do a settlement of some sort in reference to the case. Okay, I want y'all to understand this. Let me say it again. I always say things twice because I want to make sure that people understand what it is I'm saying so they don't get lost in the fog. I want to take everybody with me. I don't get upset if you tell me to slow down. I don't get all of them in my feelings because I want you to learn what it is you need to learn. Now, there's a thing that they used to do long before the court system had ever came into play. And they only did this, they really only did this for what we call NCs. Uh-oh, there's another code. Oh my God, all of these codes are coming out my mouth. Lord Jesus. NCs, that's a code. The NC with the MA. MA stands for mediation and arbitration. NC stands for non-criminal caseloads. Okay, when I say non-criminal caseloads, what I'm talking about is any type of case where nobody was murdered. Okay, see, if the case doesn't consist of anybody being physically killed, then it would automatically go into mediation arbitration for the people's court, not for governmental courts. Okay, I need for y'all to understand this. Don't confuse the two. When you have a case, when you have you do not, if you are in a predicament where you are forced, when you are forced into a trial, you can put a stopple. You can put a stopple to it by having it to be witnessed by an attorney or somebody of a representation, because people were not always attorneys. Attorneys only came into play in history at a much, much later date. So what were they doing before they got to that point of having courts, governmental courts, that is? You still have a right as a human being or a citizen or whatever you want to call yourselves. You still have a right of having mediation arbitration, which is in the people's court. You can have this, and the way that mediation arbitration is set up, it's set up like a court. It's not a governmental court, but it is a you have where the opponent or the defense is on one side, just like you would with the prosecution. The prosecution would be able to invite 15 of their peers, 15, not 12. It's 15 of their peers on one side, and then the whatever the person who's being charged, the defendant, they would have the opportunity of having 15 people of their peers to be in session. Everybody would have an opportunity. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. A mediation and arbitration for a non-criminal case it is. I'm gonna tell you the downside to it. I'm gonna tell you both the pros and the cons of it. Okay. The downside of it is that it's extremely long. I mean, it's extremely long. Y'all are in there. Each side gets an hour to present their side of the situation, and they have a team of attorneys that sit like across this bar. It's like you have like seven. You have like seven attorneys that what they call they call them mediators. The mediators are sitting there to determine, and they vote. They don't. They're not for they're not for either side. They don't. Matter of fact, these attorneys that sit across this bar and this table, they don't care. They don't care. They're not looking at a response from the either side versus either side. They have to remain neutral. Okay, they are sitting there. They are hired. They are specifically hired to do an arbitration mediation situation type, and they like to. It's an old fashioned word that they use for it. It's called the People's Court. This is how the People's Court was originally designed before governmental courts came into action or came into existence. They had what they call the People's Court, where everybody had an opportunity to present their side. Now, at the end of that's the downfall of it. The downfall to the downfall is that the damn thing takes all day, and sometimes it will take up to 3 days, 3 or 4 days, in order for everybody to make their decision. Now, everybody on each side comes in and writes. They have to sign what they call a sworn affidavit that they were a witness to whatever side that they are sitting on. If you got the defendant side over here and the prosecuting side over here, it's equal amount of people. And you are allowed to have cameras there to film it. You are allowed to hire a what they call a court transcriber or a court order person who sits there, court reporter. Basically, that's what I'm trying to think. You're able to hire a court reporter to sit there and do all of the typing and this, that, and the third. Now, the only, like I said, the downside to it is when you got the opposing side. They like to drag their feet. They like to drag their ass. They don't, they know that it could be 1 day or it could be 3 days. It really depends on all of the information that has been obtained for that non-criminal case. Now, after that is all over with, what they will do, they will present it back to the governmental courts. They will put the information, have it, and then the court reporter will have all of that documented in a file, and they will have it stamped, sealed, and notarized. Everybody gets a copy of it. Everybody who participated in a mediation or arbitration type court, which is what it's a slang, the slang word for it is called People's Court. Once they get all of the information from both sides and this, that, and the third, these attorneys or whoever you have assigned, whoever the two people have assigned to make a decision off of the case, what they will do is take all of that information and have it signed, sealed, and notarized and ready for the governmental court to go back to their governmental judge and tell them that they have solved the problem. They have solved the problem without having to go through their courts. They have agreed upon, they signed documentation to say that they have agreed upon that how we're going to settle this on our own accord. That's what they used to do in the history of having court for what they call NCs. Make sure you know what the NC is. It's called non-criminal cases where nobody was hurt. Okay? This can only be used for non-criminal cases. This can't be used for people who, if there had been somebody that's murdered. You can't use arbitration or mediation for a murder case. But you can use it for any type of case under non-criminal type cases. Non-criminal cases where nobody was murdered and there's no evidence that anybody was hurt. You have that option. You can fill out those forms and get that's the only, like I said, that's the only downside to having a mediation arbitration. The damn thing can last for damn weeks. But at the end of the day, that person will be looking at their freedom, or whatever it is that they need to do. It all depends on how much evidence and how much they can get on each side of the spectrum. This is what was done in history, and people don't want to do that today. They don't want to have things go, as long as that. Like I said, that's the only downside to it. You're gonna have to have your hotel. You're gonna have to have your hotel. You're gonna have to have your plans, your travel. All of that has to be in place, because depending on the depths of the case, and another, now here's a good point to it. Here's a good side to it. Let's say, for instance, you got some cases in federal court, their federal court, and you have some on the local side. This is where you can bring all of that shit under one umbrella, and then you'll take it into what they call a counterclaim. But we're not going to talk about counterclaims today. We're going to get into counterclaims on another video. But yeah, that's how the mediation and arbitration works. Okay, let me see now. Okay, I got that. Let's see. I told you about the cameras. I told you. Oh yeah, they also. Oh, I forgot to mention about that 5-gauge camera that's in their courtroom. Do you know that they have the power to lie and do a bait and switch on who's actually in the courtroom? Which is the reason why you have to this is the very reason why you have to always have a court reporter there to record it. Because you'll get some ignorant ass person who think that they're going to do a bait and switch. They can say, oh no, Judge so-and-so wasn't there on that date. It was Judge blah, blah, blah. Or they'll tell a lie and they'll say that you didn't even show up in court. They will physically lie and say, oh, Mr. So-and-so didn't show up in court. See, we got the record here. Their camera equipment that is running throughout that wall and through that interrogation mirror, that has the power to adjust and put anybody in that courtroom or take anybody out that courtroom through they call specialty lenses. That's what it's called. Specialty lenses is what they use in order to take you out of the courtroom or put you in the courtroom on a date, whether you were there physically present or not. Okay? I hope that jewel helps somebody. Okay, let me see what else I have here. Okay, I don't really need to. I can close that one out. Okay, let me see. I want to make sure that I got all of the stuff here. Okay, now we're gonna get into. Okay, I told you about the jury, how the jury can be charged. I'm just going over my list of notes here. In my class, there is something that I ask all of my students that I am going to ask all of the general public who is watching me today, and I want to say thank you. I told you this is going to be over a little bit more. We might be touching up on close near the 2 hours mark this evening. I want to know, how many laws are there? I want somebody to tell me, how many laws are there? Can anybody tell me? And this is a question that I had in my classroom. Okay. Now, I'm not expecting anybody to give me the answer because, we're doing a live broadcast. But I want y'all to know the truth about something. The same way, let me tell you what a law is. Let's get the definition of law. Law is when the masses of the people. Let me say, wait a minute. Did she say people? Yeah, I said people. When the masses of the people have come together to agree upon following that rule, and that regulation to go along with government, to make it law. See, they have some responsibilities, just like we as human beings or children of the Most High or whatever you want to call yourself. We have a responsibility to say that this is something that we're willing to abide by. Like for instance, see, every time they have an election, everybody goes and run out and they vote for Democrat or Republican. When actuality, it really doesn't make any damn difference, because what you're voting for is whether the rich is going to get richer or the poor are going to get poorer. The poor is represented by a Democrat and the rich is represented by a Republican. That's just simple. Okay, it don't take a rocket science to figure that out. But if you want to talk about laws, there is no law. There is no law to have that anybody, technically, there's no law that you have to follow. You know why? Because I want y'all to think about this. And here's proof. I'm giving y'all proof. See, I'm giving y'all some receipts as I give you this information. I want y'all to think about when they had what they called the writing and the signing of the United States Constitution. Okay, let me ask you this question. What other race was present at that signing? Can anybody tell me, was there another race? And I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about all people. Was there a female there? Was there a Hispanic person there? Was there a Latino or Cuban or Asian person there? Was there an Italian person there? There was no other person at the signing of the United States Constitution but white people, which tells us as a nation of people, those rules and regulations that y'all made was basically designed for you. It wasn't designed for us. You didn't have us in mind, because according to your United States Constitution, in order for us to be in business with you, you have to label us as what? Property. I'm not going to be nobody's goddamn property. I don't know about you. Now you can stay asleep all you want, but I'm not being nobody's property, and I'm not going to be nobody's slave. And the way that they have that thing written up, see, people, y'all need to not only wake up, but you need to read. You know, that's what my mama and daddy put us in school, for us to go to school to get an education, to learn. See, when I was coming up, they taught me all about this mess. They said, look, government is going to tell you one thing, but then they're going to do something else. Their plans is not going to, and when you got plans to do one thing, and then you turn around and do something else, what is that called, ladies and gentlemen? It's called a damn lie. It's called a damn lie. The biggest lie that was ever told. How you going to be for me when what you're doing over here with your right hand don't match with what you're doing with your left hand? Come on, somebody. Can I get close? Can I get close? Now, the only laws that has ever been made in existence is the law of the 10 Commandments. And who made those laws of the 10 Commandments? The man upstairs. And I'm not talking about Mr. Burwinkle that lives on the second floor. I'm talking about the Most High. The Most High made 10 commandments that he wanted us to follow. He didn't say, you're going to have to answer to government about your tail light being out. No. You're going to have to answer to your government in reference to you smoking a joint and blowing the smoke out the window. You're going to have to answer to your government in reference to putting that blunt in a public ashtray. That ain't nowhere near that. When God made his law, see, he created the heavens, the earth, and all that is in it. Did he not create us? So God even said, I'm going to create the devil I'm going to create the devil, and the devil is going to challenge you on its authority. The devil is going to make you believe that there is no more on high, and that it is ruled by his saying and his teachings. So you better be careful on what side of that spectrum, because God said he's a jealous God. Did he not? Now, see, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know a whole lot. Let me be real with y'all on something. I don't know a whole lot. I'm not a Bible scholar, you know. I can't get up here and teach or preach about the Nephilims and the things or any of those. I don't know. I have to ask somebody to teach me about those things because I don't know. But what I do know is about government and their bullshit. That I do know. And I'm not taking none of my information out of no textbook. I'm not taking this out of a textbook. I'm giving y'all my personal experience, what I have lived through, and how I have helped other black men to keep their asses free. This didn't come by way of me studying an encyclopedia. I didn't get this out of a book. I lived this. I walked through this. I walked through each and every black man that I had to help by the Creator. See, it's his guiding me. It's his say, no, Linda, you gonna be nosy as hell. You're gonna be nosy as hell, and this is what I have chosen you to do. I don't get caught up. He said, you don't let nobody knock you off your square. When I'm the one who made the square. Ooh, come on, somebody. Can I get close? He said, I made that square that you're standing on. You follow my lead. You don't follow. I don't care how many people that don't like you. I didn't put you there to be liked. If they don't like you for telling the truth and for helping a black man, then the problem is with them. It's not with you. Because you're following my way, Yahweh. Because the rest of them can take the highway. Ooh, amen. Ooh, did I just do a rhyme? Ooh, I got all beside myself. Okay, so let me get back to my notes, because I know y'all are enjoying this, and I am enjoying you, and I'm hoping that you guys will be so kind to share all of these series of videos where you are learning about what I can teach you. It has to be so. Just like you guys vote for the president of the United States corporation, because that's what it is. It's a corporation. It's a business. Just like you vote for them to tell them how to run their business, we as a people need to come together and create laws, the real laws that we are willing to abide by as human beings. That's what we should be doing. Y'all, I used to sit up and watch Willie D. I love Willie D. My favorite part of him is when he said no more talk, and then he out. I love that. I just love that. So we need to be like Willie D when he say no more talk. Let's get down with this. Get down. Let's get it on. Like Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on. That's what we need to stop talking about it. We need to be about it. And if you ain't about it, like they say, if you ain't about it, then you in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room. Be like, we don't need to sit up and listen to your, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda, oh, well, why did, oh, I'm power to the people. It won't, and as as Mr. Grand, Mr. Hollywood himself, he used to tell y'all on his programs, he used to say, wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. That tickled me. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, but anyway, but that's the logic of it. Wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. They talk all that yin yang and this, that, and the third, and ain't gonna bust a grape. They'll tell you, oh, I'm all for it. I'm power to the people. But when it's come to that action, whether it be on paper or standing out there in a march or pleading for something or demanding something, you can't find them. They become a ghost and they disappear. Then you don't ever see them no more until the smoke has cleared. Then when the smoke clears, they come out and say, power to the people. I'd be like, well, you sapsucker mother. Ooh, shut your mouth, because you know I want to cuss. You know I want to, don't you? Mm-hmm. So anyway, the same way for laws to go into existence, it has to be documented. It has to be a list of rules that we as a people are willing to abide by. And if they don't have that on file, then they're talking out the side of their necks. And I use it, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I go into their courtroom, which I really don't, but when I did have to go into their courtroom, I would tell them, now you asking me to come. You just asked a queen bee to come into your courtroom, and now I'm going to use my stingers. And not only am I going to use my stingers, all of my bees is going to use their stingers to help me to finish your ass off with these stingers. You should not mess with my hive. Don't come knocking on my hive if you don't want the results of that sting. Because it's a bad mother. Shut your mouth and keep on talking. I'm not playing with you. I don't come to play. And I sure the hell not coming to negotiate with you. I'm not coming to be your friend because I don't even like you. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not afraid to say it. I ain't never liked government's existence. They don't exist in my world. You don't exist in my world. I just filled out every piece of paperwork that I needed to fill out to get out your bullshit system. Okay? I've done that. So don't call me. Because if you call me to come back into your bullshit system, then goddamn it, you're going to pay me. And you're going to pay me well. I don't want to harm you in no kind of way, but I'm going to hit your motherfucking pockets. I'm going to hit your pockets. Now I'm coming for real. Mm-hmm. You better have that bag ready for Linda Evans. Because Linda Evans is the queen of this court. Now, I gave you those steps. Oh, here's some more stuff I got on. Oh, oh God, I got a little bit more stuff to go here. I didn't even see this. Okay. Ooh, y'all are getting full of knowledge this evening, aren't you? I got some more codes. To give you, and in my list, I just see this is the reason why I have to go back to my list. I have to look at my list to make sure that I'm giving y'all everything that I wanted to talk about, because once I get off the video, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I should have talked about this, that, and the third. But I'm glad I have my list. I have to put my list together before I get on live with you guys, before I do my presentation. So I thank y'all for being so kind and sitting with me this evening. I appreciate my chat room, and I'm gonna get over to my chat room as soon as I get through giving y'all some more jewels. Ooh, this bag is heavy. Heavy. Okay. All right, getting down to the list. Oh, and before I get back down into the last of the codes, please do not forget to click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I want y'all to be aware. And also, we're going to be switching over to the Queen Bee channel the first week of October. We're not going to do no more. Right now, we're doing shows that is supposed to be meant for the Queen Bee channel because of the content. But we're going to be moving that over October the 1st. We're also going to be going back into our class. I'm going to be also going back into my online classes with my students, my paid students, the people who have paid to have me on a personal tip. Yes, there are people who pay for the Queen of Radio to sit with them in a classroom to educate them about this, government and their bullshit. So we're going back into that because, like I said, I was not off of my square, but I'm going back into the classroom sometime after my birthday. My birthday is the second weekend of September, so um, that's probably that, after I get that out the way and then I get back on track. So I got other things that I'm still working on, other projects that that I need to continue to work on. But anyway, with that being said, please, if it's also kind, if I don't have your email, if I have not gotten your email, please send it to me so I can put you on my VIP list. You will be put on the VIP list for all of my channels. Just subscribe to one of the channels, and you will be put on all of my VIP lists for all of the stuff that we're promoting with. And if you don't have a copy of the shower gels and the perfume, I will be more than happy to email that to you. You just got to reach out to me at HEORclass101@gmail.com or the Queen Bees LDs 1000 at gmail.com. And I believe it's also in the description. So please support your Queen Bee. We are doing a $10 million fundraiser. We are trying to get offices opened up in all states where where our melanated people is going to be needing help with dealing with government behind the scenes. They're going to consider us to be the people's eternal affairs. That's what we do. We are the people's eternal affairs because we can see now that these governmental people are gotten comfortable in their criminal acts. And what I am doing, I have been breaking it down, educating the public. I can't educate you on everything, and a lot of the stuff is also still in the classroom. Some of the things I cannot, and I'm not at liberty to say, even on a public platform. So I know what I can say, and I know what I can't say. So, but that's what the classroom is for us to chop it up and get more of an education and get them the forms that they need to apply for in order to go against government and their bullshit. So here are some more codes so I can get myself up out of here. These are my colored codes that I have been taught as a child. See, this is the reason I did not go to public school, by the way. I want everybody to know. People ask me the public school and the Catholic school and the black schools were a whole lot different back in the 1970s and 80s than they are now. And I'm finding out that the education that I was brought up with is not the same education that these kids are brought up with today. So now that I know that, then I have to take my personal experience and teach you what I have personally learned or personally witnessed to. Now, using the color coded system, if you want to write this down, I will go through the list, and I will also say the list again twice to make sure that everybody get it. Now, you're more than welcome to go back over this video and go through the entire video or wherever parts of the video that you feel that you have missed if you came in late. Okay. Now, for the colors, you need to know that red under color structures and color codes, red is supposed to be the color of lust, sex, or death. I'll say that again. The color red is the color under the color codes of lust, sex, or death. The color of orange is the color of calm. Anything that is under calm, the color orange is used for that. Just imagine if you were sitting under a beautiful sunset. That sun is not yellow, it's orange. Okay? So orange is calm. Green is the color of new life. New life is also being used for new change. For anybody who wants to know, the color of green is used for new life or bring about new change. The color of black, and y'all have seen this in a courtroom, the color of black is used for death. The color of black in a courtroom is used for death. That's the reason why the judges wear a black robe. Oh, and let y'all know something. Um, the judge under those robes, they have to wear less clothing. I forgot to tell y'all that. Under the judge's robe, they are required to wear less clothing so they can put what they call a stick microphone. They have to wear an additional microphone under their wear because it will start off if they got on too many clothes under the robe. It will not pick up the transmission of that extra mic. I just wanted y'all to know that. Not that it's important, but some people ask, is the judge naked under there? No, the judge is not naked. It's just that they have to wear a certain type of clothing that will match with the microphone that's under their clothing. Okay. Getting on here. The color of white. The color of white means a new beginning of something. Now y'all have remembered, y'all see, and this really pisses me off that people say, you go to a wedding and they say, "Oh, is she a virgin? If she's not a virgin, she shouldn't be wearing white." No, the white stands for not virginity of your body. It's the new beginning of that relationship with that man or with that woman. So if you've never had sex prior to you getting married to that man or woman, then yes, you are supposed to wear white. You're not supposed to, unless you are marrying your husband again, then of course you will want to give a different color for that wedding. But normally, if this is the first person, not first person, let me change that. If this is the person who you have had relation with for the very first time, then you are required to wear white. And some of the ladies have asked me, could they wear white even though they've had sex in their life? Well, that depends on if you've had sex with that same man prior to you getting married. That should answer your question. Okay. Yellow. The color of yellow is the color of serenity. The color of yellow it represents peace and serenity. The color of blue. The color of blue stands for peace and truth. Truth. Truth and what is true. The color of pink is the color for reincarnation. Reincarnation is pink because pink, what makes up the color of pink is the color of white and red. So pink is a color of reincarnation. Now, if you're talking about a gray is the color of reincarnation on the deaf side because it's a combination of when you mix white and you mix white and black together, you get reincarnation. That's a color for reincarnation that represents the dark side of life. So that's the reason why they have gray. The color of purple. Purple is the color of authority. You are only supposed, like I got on my purple today. I'm wearing purple because I am the authority of my court. Yes, that's the reason why I wore this purple. Purple is the authority of whatever court they're in. As you notice, judges they can't wear purple because nobody has given them authority to be there in the first place. The only people who gave them the authority to be there is the people who they work for. So, with that being in mind, and it's representing death, that person is only coming there to put your ass away. This is the very reason why you need to stay your ass out of their courtroom. That's just my opinion from my experience. Okay, so the color of gold. The color of gold is meaning you are the master of experience. That's what the color of gold means. It's the master of experience. And this will be on your final exam for the ones who are in my paid class. This will be on your exam. So you better get to studying because I don't want to hear it later. Oh, she didn't tell me this. But I'm telling you now. Okay. Oh, and here's another look. See, I got so much stuff on here. Okay, I forgot to tell y'all about that. Here is another code. Have you ever, and I want y'all to pay attention to this the next time you are out driving in your car. There is a thing called a traffic light. Y'all know that there's a thing called a traffic light out there where they have the yellow, the green, and the red, right? Well, guess what? There is, have you ever noticed that when an ambulance comes through that section, the light, the stoplight freezes? Have y'all ever noticed that? Have y'all ever noticed that when an ambulance comes through, you got to slide yourself over to the side in order to get that ambulance through there, correct? Okay. Well, guess what? There are private, it's called camera. They have a camera box that puts that thing on a timer. And they also have what they call a color-coded camera box that takes your picture at a certain time that you enter to that exit. And you probably never noticed this, but when you get to that traffic light, you hear a click. If you ever hear a traffic light where, see, I pay attention to things that y'all don't pay attention to, but can I come close? Okay. When you get to that traffic light, have you ever gotten a ticket? Have you ever gotten a ticket where they said, you missed the stop sign or you missed the light or whatever? Well, guess what? The traffic lights is set up to take pictures of you. If you ever get to a stoplight where you got a traffic light, that thing is on a timer and it's on a camera. It's called a camera box that's on the back of that thing. And every time, if it's set up to set you up, they can go out there to record that box to take a picture of your car and take pictures of your car when it arrives to that destination at that time of the day. So if you're ever driving and you get to a stoplight or a stop sign, and all of a sudden you hear a click click, and you look around, you were like, where that damn noise came from? That's that traffic light taking pictures of you. Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't know that, did you? They are, these. I like to call them niggas. Nigga. Yeah. Them some slick mothers. They want to get, and then all of a sudden, you get a bill in the mail because they didn't did a search. You didn't register your car with that company of that state, what they call the Secretary of State. You didn't register your car. Now you got a bill in the mail talking about, well, you ran a stoplight. Be like, how the hell would they know that I ran a stoplight if nobody was out there to give you that citation? Well, the citation is coming from that box, that traffic light box. That traffic light box is the one that's winking at you. It winks at you, and every time it winks at you, it go click, click. Mm-hmm. See, they know what time you're coming through there. And then by the time you get to their courtroom, or what they call a citation, they're going to say, oh, well, Mr. So-and-so, you came by here at 12:05. You came by here at 3:13, and you did this. You were eating a hot dog. And the mustard fell on your shirt. Now, goddamn, how do you know all of that? It's a wink, wink, click, click. We got a picture of it. And you did not give them consent to take pictures of you while you in your car trying to eat a hot dog, going your way to work or wherever you going, did you? Mm-hmm. They some slick mother. Shut your mouth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they have gotten to the point, and now, get this. They have now implanted what they call road cameras. They have implanted road cameras that is embedded by that stop sign or that stoplight that's right there on the road. And they're going to mark it with a little specialty paint. They call specialty paint. The paint, once you roll over that mark with your tires, it takes the identity of your tracks to your car. Yeah, yeah, slick. I'm telling you, they're some slick bastards. And then they'll probably try to use that against you too. Yeah, they roll right over. Once it's just like your tires is the footprint. Your tires is the footprint to them identifying you in that particular vehicle. And then here they come giving you some special citations. And it's a way you can fight that. But I'm just letting you know that for some strange reason, I just wanted to throw that in there as an extra bonus. But yeah, there are what they call specialty paint, and they take the identity of the tracks of your tires in order to get the make and model of your car, in order for them to call themselves billing you for a non-criminal defense, is what I call it. It's a non-criminal defense. They could make up a record and say, oh, well, you drove past this point, but we think you were high. I was high. How the hell would you know if I'm high? Were you in the car smoking a blunt with me? I'm just saying. Okay. All right. That's that little tidbit on that. So yeah, anytime the traffic light freezes up, they are on some what I call some mucky ball. Some mucky ball. Okay, are y'all ready for the last? I'm gonna give y'all a couple of last codes. I'm gonna give y'all some last codes, and then I'm gonna go to the chat room because I'm getting tired. The last set of codes that I need to give you is the code of WAR. Now, in the English language, the basic English language, WAR means war. Now, the definition of, well, no, let me say this. The definition of war is meaning that you are wrong at rage. That's the code. It's actually a code. I want y'all to write this down. It's code. It's code that they use. War to the English language means to fight and be at opposite ends about something, right? Well, actually, it's a code. It's a code, and the code stands for wrong at rage. That's the code. That's the meaning of the word WAR. Now, I want you to put RANT on the end of that. What do you get? You get warrant. Okay? Now it takes on another meaning. Now, not only do you have war, but you got rant. Now, what is the definition of rant? That RANT part. The rant means that somebody has been babbling on some lies without proving facts. That's what that means. Let me say it again, because I can go fast with this. Rant, when it's added to war, makes warrant, meaning that it's created as a lie based upon somebody else's opinion. Oh, not facts, opinion. Now, what is a bench warrant? A bench warrant is the sum of a bitch. That's a judge sitting up there on a bench making up some shit. And then they want to come looking for you on some made up shit that now it has to be proven guilty or not guilty. That's your choice. When your choice is really neither. And if you were like me, you're telling them to take it and shove it up their ass, because that's what I do. I tell them all the time, you can take all of that and shove that right up the crack of your ass. And I'm going to prove to you how you can shove it up the crack of your ass. All day. I'm an original Chicago baby. We do things in Chicago just a little bit different. I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah. They make up. Oh, and if you are a student of mine, then you know that there's a third type of warrant. It's called an IW that they learned in class. The IW is what? Instant warrant. It's called an IW. That's the code. An instant warrant is something that the police does in their car instantaneously when you voluntarily give them your driver's license, so they can match up the numbers and tag it in on a what I call a freebie. That's called a freebie. It's called an instant. They can instantaneously to put you out on, and then you be like, what? Where did it come from? Where did that come from? Oh, that just happened today. Mm-hmm. See, this is how these crooked ass cops are bringing human beings into their system. They make up what they call an IW. Y'all learned that in school. Well, no, I take that back. Y'all haven't learned that in school. You learned that in my class. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 types of warrants. And you need to know what the WAR part means versus the WRRANT means. It's a total difference. And the last code of the evening, because I'm getting tired. And I think I done talked enough. I'm over 2 hours already, which I probably figured I was going to do anyway. The last code that people don't know for this evening, the word money. The word money was not of a paper tender. It was originally made as a code of government. The word money, I want you to take the M, the O, the N, the E, and the Y. Those are the letters I want you to use. And the definition of money, according to government, it stands for making on nothing that everybody says yes to. Do I need to say that again? So when government found out that people wanted to see something about this thing called money, they had to put it on paper. They said, oh shit, we gotta come up with something, because now, see, we done already told people about this money. Money is making, take the first letter of each one of these words. Money is making on nothing. The N stands for nothing that everybody, the E, says yes to. The Y. That's the real definition of money. They had to come up with some type of thing to say, oh shit, people are starting to recognize that we're gonna have something to back this damn thing up. We're gonna have to show something. We have to show something, because people are starting to question what this thing called money is. And people lose their goddamn mind over it. They lose their mind over something that was created off of nothing that everybody jumped on the bandwagon for. And they didn't have proof to show it to you at first, because they had already stolen the gold and the silver and the coins that we were supposed to have been getting in order to exchange for products and services. Money, that was the original code for money, was MONEY. So they had to actually physically bring something into existence in order to back up that lie. See, once you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie in order to cover up the first lie that you told. Is that not correct? So money was actually, before it became into a paper existence, it was really a code, until people started paying attention to what government was doing. So they had to bring something. They had to bring something to the forefront in order to cover up the bullshit that they were already doing. They couldn't just let it go. Well, we didn't took these black people for slaves. Now we owe them something. Uh-oh. Can I come close? Can I come close? So that's the last jewel that I got for y'all this evening. I want to thank y'all I want to thank y'all for coming out. And now I got to get to my chat room before I close it out. Um, I hope that y'all can take something away. And please, please keep giving the thumbs up and sharing this video. Please keep educating more and more of our melanated people. Give them the copy of this link to this video. I am making my way back to coming back on. Y'all have emailed me and said that what happened. I've been missing some of the Thursdays. Well, I've been working, and if they call me on a Thursday, then I can't actually be on program. But I try to be. So what I am trying to do is make my way back to going on my Thursday nights. It's no guarantee that I'll be on Thursday night, but I tried my best. If I know that I'm going to be here, then I'll go ahead and schedule a video. Okay. It's not that it's no other malice or any other type of false intentions. It's just that I do have to work. I've been brought back into the workforce only because I'm trying to get my home back. I had suffered, all of this is because of that whole ordeal. So I'm still, it just had to bring me back into the workforce. So I'm just trying to, keep abreast and do what it is that I need to do. So with that being said, let me go over to my chat room. Matter of fact, because I just bought these new glasses and I'm trying to adjust myself to some of this. I think I'm gonna have to change the lenses. I'll have to change the lenses to these glasses because the glasses is you know. Let me go back. Let me go all the way back up. Okay. Rising Queen Corp says, excellent. She's excited to see this video, Your Honor. Well, thank you, Rising Queen. People's Advocate. Hello, People's Advocate. Welcome. She's giving me the queen and the kisses. For the one, I have to repeat all of this for the ones who cannot see the chat room. I'm repeating it for the ones who's on a device that you're not allowed to see or read it for whatever reason. So, somebody by the name of Reggie says hi. Hi, Reggie. How are you? You two say hello, family. Be one. That's right. You got to be one. And then she says, preach, Linda. Be one. Okay. Deborah, she says, good evening, Queen, and peace and blessings. I tell you, I love all of my people here. Deborah says, Deborah got the bees, y'all. Deborah has put the bees and the fire emojis. She gives me the fire emoji. So I think I got thumbs up with her. Okay, to you says, wait a minute. Wait, I'm trying to read I have to go back now. It says, damn from every court. No, she says banned from every courtroom. Are you related to Billy the Kid, the famous outlaw? How much is you rewarded? I want a new. She said I want a new car. She said just joking. Okay. Yeah, I'm banned from whatever. I don't really care. Deborah says, hello, Mr. Branch. Hello, Mr. Branch. Love, I see you and boys in attendance today. Yes, educational class for 8-year-old. Oh, for 8-year-olds. Well, my show is not really for children, but I mean children of that age, but if your parents don't mind me cussing every now and then I'm okay with it. Don't get on me for it because I'm gonna fly with what I got to fly with. Deborah says MA meditation arbitration before courts came into existence sounds like kangaroo court. They still exist today. Yeah, kangaroo. Yeah, it's a kangaroo court. See, they didn't tell you. They don't tell people that you have the option of having your own court. You have the option of flipping that coin on them and calling checkmate. You have that option when you are put in that situation or that circumstance. Nobody says that you chose to go that route. Nobody forced that route on you. So yes, but she's right. It's kangaroo court. She says there are no laws now and there will never be any. Yes, because they cannot prove that their constitution has been designed for law. I say it again. Who's at that party? Who's sitting at that table? Did you see any black people at that table when they did that constitution? Was any black people? Was there any other type of race there that you can actually say, oh, that type of race was there, and we came into agreement and we came to accordance as to what we are supposed to abide by. We are only supposed to abide by the Most High. That's who we are supposed to abide by. He created the beginning, the end. He created the beginning, the middle, and the end. And before him there was none, and after God there will be none. And y'all better say an amen on that. Okay. Is it true they now have cameras to take pictures of you everyone in your car and your trunk? Oh yeah. Pull up. I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention to going to a traffic stop and have your window rolled down if you could, if you got that good hearing, because I can hear rat piss on cotton. Don't, because y'all know I'm nosy as hell. That's just me. So if you can hear that click, they can tell you if they're looking for you for whatever reason. They got the time and the stamp card is a card that gives them a printout at those traffic stops, and they go click click, and you be like, where the hell is that coming from? And then the next thing you know, you get this mysterious letter comes in the mail that says, "Oh, Mr. So and So, we saw you at the corner of blah blah woo woo. You were sitting there smoking a joint and eating a hot dog." And I'll be like, well, wait a minute. Were you in my car when I was smoking a blunt and eating a hot dog? Where were you? I mean, I want to know. Maybe I got the wrong joint. Maybe I got the wrong blunt. I don't really know. But I want to know how in the hell would you know that I was sitting at the corner with a blunt and a hot dog? And what type of mustard did I have on that hot dog? See, I'm like, come on, man. Do you know that's called invasion of a person's privacy, and nobody has gotten harmed? And you want to make it a federal offense, and then and I'm gonna tell you how they split up shit. How they take one charge and split up shit. Y'all know who that's going on. Like I said, we're gonna talk about that on another. We're gonna talk about that on another thing. And Big Black is in the house. He says, "Hi Linda, I hope all is well." Yes, sir, it is. So, with that being said, I am all done. Unless y'all want to come out the trenches and give me a B1, or you want to say hello, or you want to ask some questions of my personal experiences with dealing with the courts and what I have personally witnessed and what they have shared with me, please come on into the room as I get ready to sit up and get ready. I'm gonna bring up my music, but I'm not gonna play it just yet. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm just gonna get it up because I don't know, something about YouTube. The videos, they're so slow. The timing off of the music videos, the timers is just so okay. It kind of spun its way there, but anyway. Okay. Is there anyone I need to know? Do I have any comments, questions, or concerns that I could address for anyone before I get out of here? Is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about in the chat room before I get out of here? Is there anything that I need to address while I'm here? And I see that we have different platforms that come in, and the true numbers will not be added up until after the program is uh, off. After the program is off, then the true numbers will come up to show me how many people were in what we would like to call the trenches. People come in the trenches from all different forms, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all know all of those other social media platforms. So the numbers that you guys see on the screen is totally different from the actual number of people watching. It's a lot more people. It's just that number that you see on your screen is really just the number of YouTube people who have a YouTube account, and they are looking through their YouTube lens. But like I said, the numbers will come in. The numbers will come in with that. Okay, so I see that nobody else has anything else to add. Please use the description board, the posting board, to put B1 or whatever you want, whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, whatever you want me to know about, because I'm trying to get ready. Actually, I'm going to get ready to eat me some Chinese food for dinner. I got some beef chop suey with beef chow mein that I got, that I'm going to fix up in a little bit for my dinner this evening. So nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's got nothing else to say. I'm gonna go once. I'm gonna go twice. And I'm gonna say sold on the third count. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Want to thank everybody for coming in. And again, please click, like, share, get the video in rotation. You have my full permission to share it with other people that needs to be educated. You are more than welcome to do that. And then if you need to get something to me, then you have my email addresses at atorclass101@gmail.com and queenbld 1000 at gmail.com for the Queen Bee channel. And please, if you like a copy of the fundraiser, for the fundraising items with the shower gels and the different fragrances, I will be more than welcome. Just tell me that's what you're emailing me for, and I will get that out there. And then you will be permanently for all of the 7 channels that I have. I have 7 channels with YouTube, all under different topics and different types of content and different discussion. So what is on the Queen Bee channel is going to be different content from on the Queen of Radio channel. The Queen of Radio is going back to doing, we're going to try to go back to doing live interviews with music celebrities and actors and actresses. That's what we're trying to bring back. I want to be able to interview some of the old heads from the back in the day with the music, and some of the old actors that is still around, that can show us some things. So this type of content will, as I stated before at the beginning of the program, will be on October, the first week of October. We're going to be pushing this type of stuff over there. Okay, if nobody else has anything else to say, then I'm going to give y'all some music to get out of here on. You guys are more than welcome to sit and enjoy. Tonight's tribute is a tribute to Johnny Guitar Watson and his daughter. I have invited his daughter, Mrs. Watkins, to come on to the platform for us to chop it up, because I'm pretty sure everybody would love to know a little bit more about her dad. Johnny Guitar Watson. And so this is what this channel is basically going to be going back to doing. We're not going to have the contents of, revolutionaries and all this other stuff. This type of stuff is going to be put on its original channel as of the 1st of October. So with that being said, She says knowledge is power. B1. Yes, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. B1. So I'm gonna salute you guys. Salute you. I salute you. I bid you all peace, love, all of that wonderful stuff. And we're gonna have Johnny Guitar Watson take us on out of here. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Yeah, I'm not working Thursday, y'all. So I had to switch the days over. So I will be back in the building on Thursday. Okay? All right. So y'all know what I'm finna do. I'll see you guys over the top. Good night, everyone.
Can't get ahead, no way I try. Everything is out of pocket. Somebody do something. The problem situation is abstract. Listen. Listen. I'm working all the hours, 6 long days, and I'm highly embarrassed every time I get in the pay. And they're working everybody, Lord, they're working poor folks to death. And when you pay your rent and your car note, you ain't got a damn thing left. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Somebody doing something slick. Yeah, they are. It's got me wondering which is which. Might as well go uptown and dig a dig. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Ain't that a bitch? Let me tell you about my qualifications. I program computers. I know accounting and psychology. I took a course in business, and I can speak a little Japanese. Got to work 2 years to get 1 week off with pay. And when I'm on my job, I better watch every word I say. Ain't that a bitch? Somebody doing something slick downtown. One day, which is which? Might as well go uptown and dig a bitch. Ain't that a bitch? Way too cold. Ain't that a bitch? Make me wanna holler. Lord have mercy to see. Want somebody help me to see. Lord, I want to sing this. Come here, guitar. Somebody's doing something slick. Now listen to this. Stop at the supermarket to get myself something to eat. And when I looked at the prices, they knocked me off of my feet. I was in the bologna section, and I had to take myself a close look. The off duty bar couldn't have made these prices with a sky hook. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Somebody doing something slick. Yeah, they are. It's got me wondering which is which. Might as well go outside and dig a ditch. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Oh, Ain't that all? Joyous something slick going on. Joyous something slick. Joyous something slick going on. Joyous something slick. Ain't that all? Joyous something slick going on. Joyous something slick. Joyous something slick going on. Somebody joyous slick. Ain't that all? Joyous something slick going on. Joyous something slick. Joyous something slick going on. Somebody joyous slick. Joyous something slick going on. Joyous something